Hey there, watchers! Welcome to the UWhip channel, where you watch and I play. I'm your host, Dark Ripper UK, and I'm playing Pencil. Let's check this out. We're going to clear out a space in front of us, which
Hold
I'm
your left
already
hand on your
set.
surface and
Place our left hand down, and then press confirm.
pinch and drag the controls to adjust the overlay
I
as
think
needed.
we're pretty good. I've got A4 size. I'm going to stick it there.
Select a lesson or tap on a game mode to get started.
And we're going to do a lesson. I've already done one, and it was absolutely brilliant. I did the sneaky kitty. So now I'd like to go something a little bit more advanced. Maybe... oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. There's so many to choose from. As you can see, this is in mixed reality. I'm using my Quest 3. And there is a lot of options. I haven't selected everything yet. But look, there is an academy here which teaches you perspectives, lighting fundamentals, and drawing fundamentals, which that just sounds brilliant. Now, me myself, I'm not particularly good at drawing. So something like this is absolutely ideal. And hopefully I might be able to learn something from it, as well as make some actual physical pictures that I can keep and, you know, maybe place up if they look good enough. So I'm going to go for this pear. Now, I've got two pencils, one with an eraser, just in case. And we're going to follow the instructions, and we'll learn how to draw a pear and use the model as reference for observing skin texture. Would you like to learn the controls first? No, I'm pretty happy going straight ahead. Look, there's a pear.
Begin by making a very
in
light
front of me.
circle and rounded triangle, roughly in the shape
So
of
there we
the
go,
pear.
I've got a guide. I've got to follow this circle, which is overlaid onto my paper here, which is brilliant. A little bit like tracing. Oh, I went a little bit skew there. And then we got to do, what's that, a triangle with a curve over the top, and then the pear tip. Brilliant! Next, we need to outline the pear. You can turn off the outline and draw it based off the 3D model in front of you, building it around the construction shapes. That's pretty good, but I think we just need to erase some of these bits now. Perhaps I've pressed too hard with that other pencil as well. I'm a little bit heavy-handed, but these things we learn. See, I went a little bit wonky in a couple of places, so I'm just going to lightly fill that back in. Well, doesn't seem to be light, does it? No matter. I'm sure it will all work out. So, there we go. Got that bit done. I'm just going to get rid of the eraser bits. Okay. So next, add the stem. You can do with or without the overlay if you choose. So we're going to... oh, I quite like having the overlay there. Just gives me a little bit of a guide. So we're just going to do that. Bring that down there. Wonderful.
Next, fill in the entire pear with a flat middle value between light and dark.
Okay, so that's a good frame of reference to follow. And we're going to do that all the way down. Okay, there we go. Next, we've got to give our pear a more smooth texture by blending it by using our finger or blending stick or a Q-tip and blend it evenly. I know. Not sure if this is like the right. Oh no, I'm not sure if I have a Q-tip either. See if this works. Oh, it does. Look at that. Blending. No way. That's really cool. You can tell that I haven't drawn much. I've tried. I can only draw basic stuff like cartoon characters, but I can't even do that particularly well. I always struggle with like proportions and things, and getting things in the right order. So I'm hoping this might help me out a little bit. As I say, this is like really an ideal application for me to use, because yeah, I'm not the best. Oh look, got a pencil finger.
Clean up the edges by using an eraser and carefully erasing everything outside of the outline of the pear.
Well, I think I'm pretty good, you know. Oh, actually, no, I see a bit now. That. Yeah, that's pretty good. Just that little bit there. Okay, what do you think? Is that okay? Step
Add
7.
in the core shadow, which wraps along the right side.
Ooh, okay, so now this is some extra tricky stuff. I say tricky. This is advanced stuff for me. And what we're doing around the top here. But having something to follow like this is just so good. I mean, honestly, I get a little bit frustrated with trying to copy from a book like I've tried in the past, because when I draw something and it looks nothing like the image I'm trying to draw, I get a little bit disheartened, you know, and it just didn't make me want to continue. Whereas doing it in VR, it's a little different. It's still almost like a game to me, and especially with this little overlay, it really sort of like helping giving me a guide of where to do the markings and the shadow and things. So yeah, I love it. Really enjoying it. Let's put just a little bit more down here, I think. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, next.
Very lightly use your eraser to slightly lighten the left side of the pear where the light is hitting. You can add a light amount of graphite or blend it if it becomes too light.
That's cool. See, I need to learn all sorts of things like this. I've been learning slowly with like digital artwork, making thumbnails for YouTube and things. I've been learning quite a bit over the last couple of years. But I'm still, you know, I need some guidance
Clean
for
up the
stuff
edges
like
by
this.
using an eraser and carefully erasing
That looks
everything
great.
outside.
Did I just hit the button
add
back?
in the core shadow, which
Yeah, I
very
did.
lightly use your eraser to slightly lighten the left side of the pear where the light is hitting. You can
That's
add a
great.
light
So
amount of
that's that one
graphite or
done.
blend it if it becomes too light.
Draw the tiny speckles and splotches that you see on the 3D model. So yeah, we've got some darker parts around, haven't we? So oh yeah, that looks pretty good. So we're going to do some circles like that, and lines. Okay, I think that's quite good.
Lightly erase in the highlights of the skin, which has a matte texture.
adding a bit more shadow there. It's like erase the highlight. The skin was that. Oh, that's not. Oh, not bright. These will integrate patchy. Okay. Okay. That looks pretty good.
Within the region marked on the overlay, make the cast shadow by gently fading.
Oh, okay. Gently fading out. Yeah. Not too bad, huh? Just smudge it off a bit. Used to work well doing that. I like it. Yeah. That's cool. There we go. On a pear. Haha. That looks kind of similar to that one, doesn't it? It's side by side. The wicked. Alrighty. I think we should do another one. Oh, I love that. Capture it. Awesome. Yeah! Okay, well, we got quite a lot to work with. We got the filters over here, and we've got a whole bunch of designs. We've got books to go through, which we've got cartoons, sea animals, normal animals, Halloween. Oh, let's see. Oh, and head drawing. That's going to be cool. Plants and fruit. Ooh, let's have a look in the Halloween. Oh, nice. Seems to be quite a variety of things to do. And I love that. I'd like to check out the drawing fundamentals in the Academy. There we go, we've got pencil shading, value, light to dark and everything in between, directional shading, hatching texture, erasing and blending. These are all brilliant. I think I'm going to go with number 1, the pencil shading to start.
Begin your art journey by learning how to fill in and shade with your pencil properly.
Ooh. Okay. So we're going to start.
We will cover how to hold a pencil when shading or filling an area. Your pencil tip is good for fine details and sketching, but the edge of your pencil will lay down more lead on the page and is best for shading and fills. When shading, try to keep your angles consistent with each other or the form that you're shading. This character is having a bad hair day because of it. A good shading method is to start your pencil strokes on one side and then consistently draw them all in the same direction, tightly stacking them with one another.
Okay.
Working at angles that are comfortable to you. Trace the shapes and then...
trace the shapes and then shade them in carefully. Try to keep the value or the darkness of your tone even. Okay. Well, we're going to do the square. And the triangle. And finally the circle. Right. To save getting loads of pencil all over my fingers, because I'm left-handed, I'm going to work from right to left. And I'm going to try and shade them evenly. Now, lay the pencil down. Work like that. Okay. Ah, there we go. I was getting like the similar stroke and pressure. That's why I need to practice. Yeah, it's a little tricky, this. Whoop. There you go, I've pressed too hard again. But, as we learnt in the previous go, we can just give it a bit of a smudge if needed. Can't we? Which works well. I like that. Let's try and do this a little bit better. These ones, I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. Oh, go a bit wonky. A little better. Just trying to learn to keep that even consistency. Pressure. The whole movement. Okay. Finally the square. Just sideways. Oh gosh. Spacing it a little bit. I think I've moved that a bit as well, haven't I? There we go. Oops. Right, next.
Another good technique to shade or fill.
Another to shade or fill in an area with tone is to start at one end and tightly zigzag your way to the other. Ooh.
Trace the new shapes and carefully fill them with zigzag
See if we
strokes.
can do that.
You may find that you're more comfortable filling them with your strokes at different angles, depending on shapes. Try out different angles to see how you're comfortable.
Alrighty, let's try the zigzag technique then. That's not too bad, is it? Okay, we've got to try and keep that same angle though. It's a little tricky. Oh gosh, went a bit too much there. Okay, different angles. See what this one's like. Yeah, it's quite tricky to keep the pressure and the consistency right doing shading. And then go this way. Tricky. Very tricky.
Trace these final shapes. And
Oh gosh, right, okay. Just a few then. I love being able to trace everything though. It makes it so much easier. It's probably cheating in some ways, but for someone like myself who isn't particularly great at drawing, this is a really good way to get sort of like the basics down, the basic understandings and how to put everything together. in the right orders and doing things in the right layers as well. When I was drawing the cat earlier, and that was the first one that I tried. I'll show you here. When I was drawing the cat, this was really, really educational for me because it showed me where to start, what areas to sort of shade in, highlight, and do like we did with the pear. And that was just absolutely fantastic. I need instruction like that. I've always found it difficult to follow like a video tutorial with drawing because it usually happens so fast on the video that I can't keep up, and then I get impatient. And I certainly get impatient, as I said, when it doesn't look anything like the result it should be. Whereas having the guides to follow like this, I'm already like quite happy with how this is looking because I've just followed the pattern that's there and it fits it. It looks good. Apart from that, it needs sorting out a bit. I went over the lines. But that's what the eraser's for. Great. Well, there we go. Oh, I think I've moved the paper again, but it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's one of the great things about doing it this way, is that I don't feel I need to make it perfect either, whereas I do a lot of the time. And that's awkward. Right, so I'm going to do some fun shading instead. Have fun with it. There we go. I think I'm done with that. Now click done.
Keep it up. You're off to a great start.
Brilliant. Let's capture that too. I just realised I didn't outline the heart and the star. Might be why they look a bit funny. Never mind. Well, there we go. This is what I've done so far. I've got this lovely kitty cat. That was my first one. And then I've got this lovely pear that you saw me draw. Fantastic. And then lots of shapes with some shading, which actually doesn't look too bad, but definitely needs a little bit of work. It is a little bit tricky sometimes with the VR headset to see everything properly, but when you come out, you can correct all of these things and make it a little bit better. This is fantastic. I highly recommend checking this out if you would like to learn to draw, really, or if you're not particularly great like myself, then you've got all of these options to choose from with the lessons. You've got the books, and gosh, it looks like there's even more things that you can buy, such as an anime pack there, 18 stencils and 9 more lessons. It looks like you can draw some pretty awesome characters on that too, so yeah, definitely check this out. You got a free draw mode as well, which looks pretty good. You can place your own models on stage to create your own still life, or place stickers on a canvas to create your own collage and import images. That is really cool. I'm going to leave links in the description below so you can check this out for yourself. This is available on Quest, and yeah, this is really cool. I highly recommend it. It doesn't involve much action I can sit quite comfortably at a table or on a desk, and it's really easy to use. You can use the controllers as well to access things, but obviously with it being using your hands and actual pencil, it's great. And then you get some pictures to keep afterwards that are actual physical pictures and not just digital ones. Brilliant. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back with some more videos, shorts and reviews and some streaming. So you keep watching and I'll keep playing. Bye.